Introducing the Poet Life Podcast. Go check it out today on your favorite platforms, including iTunes, Apple Music, and the website, thepoetlife.com.
Find a way, find a way.
Hey, it's Christoph Wrights of the Poet Life Podcast. I'm super excited to have these young ladies on tonight, Miss Grata Love and Crystal Lynn. How y'all doing?
We good. Well, I'm
We
good.
are so good. I'm good.
Awesome. I'm
Grateful.
glad you're good because this is the Dmv Renaissance Awards.
Poet Life is an organization of poets and artists who are dedicated to uplifting the poetry community and building the poetry industry. And honestly, one of the ways we do this is actually through our clothing line. All right. What better way to remind yourself that this is a life I'm living than what you're wearing on your body? You know what I'm saying? Anytime you see yourself in the mirror, it's another reminder, this ain't a game for me. I'm not just a poet or an artist because I make art. It's because I live it, I breathe it, I walk it. You see what I'm saying? I'm talking t-shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts, jackets, beanies, backpack caps, the whole 9 yards. We got that. Keep in mind, even if you don't identify as a poet, if you consider yourself an artist who expresses themselves through your words, you're a poet in my book. We got a whole variety of different colors, sizes. Y'all know this looks clean. All right, so if you're interested, go to the link in the description below, poetlifegear.com. You'll see it in the description. Use the discount code YOUNGBLOOD to get a discount on your purchases. And for those of you who are content creators hoping to join an affiliate program like Poet Life, there's also a link in the description to do that. I invite y'all to become affiliates yourselves. Now back to the video.
We were just talking offline, and we were talking about manifesting things, and I had questions, and inquiries about the Dmv Renaissance Awards. Good questions, because I was so intrigued. Just the name alone says a lot. And I was like, that's strong right there. That's strong. So tell me, one of y'all, tell me, what is the Dmv Renaissance Awards?
I'll let Crystal say what it is. I'll explain the name later.
So Dmv Renaissance Awards is awarding poets, because as poets we do so many other things. We can get into comedy, we can do rap, we can sing, we can act, we can model, voiceovers. Grata paints, and we do so much. It's just it's a renaissance.
Yeah.
So we just wanted to highlight that and just celebrate all the artists in this area.
Right.
Awesome.
And especially, so speaking of the Renaissance, I think we have all we need right here in the DMV. And I think sometimes we forget. And for my birthday one year, I think it was 2019. Yeah. For my birthday in 2019, I did this painting, and it was like a tribute to all of the poets that I met as soon as I started hitting the scene really hard. And I was like, all of these poets, musicians, and people around me inspired me and became a community for me in a time where I was just like, I want to do this thing and I don't know how to do it. I'm just going to show up to open mic and see what happens. And so I did this tribute painting for my birthday, and I invited everybody who was on the painting to come. And over time, I named it, but I never put the name on the painting. And so I titled the painting Dmv Renaissance, because that's what my Renaissance looks like. It's not everybody's Renaissance, but it's how mine looks. And I feel like everybody's community might look a little different, but we're all in the same area. And so if you need a videographer, if you need a photographer, if you need a podcast to get on, if you need Poet Life Academy, it's just so many things we have right here that we can connect with. And I think it's a renaissance. And yes, Harlem Renaissance, but DMV Renaissance, a little play on it.
I love it. That's so awesome. That is so awesome, because the DMV really, seriously, is on another level when it comes to the arts. It's not just, U Street. It is DC, Maryland, and Virginia just coming together as one and bringing all passions and man, so. It is so interesting that you gave the history behind the name. That was huge.
Yeah.
Well, let's go here. How did you all connect? Did you all already know each other?
Not at all.
No.
Well, until when we met around the time Crystal started poetry. It was maybe January?
Yeah, okay. So I remember meeting Jeff first.
Backpack Jeff?
Backpack Jeff.
Okay.
And he
Connections.
okay, and then he put like this group together. What was the
Yes.
name of the group, Grata? That was like in a
Oh,
text.
What's Poppin' DC?
What's
It
Poppin'
was a
DC?
group me.
Yeah. So he would post events, and he posted this one event that was at the I'm trying to remember. Poetry, where people put like their poetry in like a frame or something. What was it?
It was at the library.
The library.
I don't remember the name.
I don't remember the name.
Poetry
It was
Beltway, something.
something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, it was in the library.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh, I'm going to that. So I went to that. And then that's how I met Grata. I met Grata there. And she did this
Nice.
poem. And I was like, oh my
Nice.
God. Oh my God.
It's like
I
that's
loved
how
it.
a lot of us started connecting. I remember staying late after open mic at Busboys and Poets Hyattsville specifically. Because that
Okay.
was where I met Backpack Jeff. And I remember
Yeah,
he
I met
came
him
up
there
from-
at that location too.
Was that
Yeah.
when he first got to back to the DMV?
I
Yes.
think so, yeah.
Yeah.
And we all just stayed after talking and loving on each other, like, yo, I love your poems. I love, like, let's follow each other. And it's so amazing to think about how far we've come from that night, honestly.
Because I think we all like kind of started around that same time and ended up meeting
Mm.
each other and connecting. It's so weird how that happened.
What year was that?
Oh, 20
Early 2018.
Yeah, early 2018.
That was when I had my first feature at a poetry venue in the area. And I remember I was trying to dust the cobwebs off my voice. So I was like, let me go ahead and go to open mic. And then, yeah.
Okay. So, Crystal, you started 2018 roughly.
Yeah. Like the end of 2017, 2018.
Okay. Grata Love, you started when?
It's a spotty story before 2018,
Okay.
but it was here or there before then, like at a random college event. And then February 2018 was when I had my first official feature and like I could have my name on a flyer. I was like, oh.
Okay, so that means you had some background to be a feature. You've had some little time on you, a little bit, some experience. Because I would imagine they wanted to see a few videos from you.
Yes, I went to Whiskey Girls open mic in July of 2017. I was still living in Salisbury, and I went to Whiskey Girls open mic, and that was where I met her. And I remember doing a poem, and TK is the one who featured me first. I will never forget TK for that. And she saw me there and then hit me up on Instagram and was like, I want you to feature in February. And I just happened to be moving back into the area that November. And I was like, I have to do poetry. And so when I moved back, I was like, there's a community here. And there wasn't one in Salisbury. Right. So I had to take advantage of it.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. Salisbury College?
Yes.
Okay. What's the university?
Salisbury University.
Gotcha. Okay. Yep. Cool. Awesome. So can we officially say that's where you started in college? Roughly?
Well, I started while I was at community college at Prince George's Community College, and my mom's friends would have little like women's empowerment events, and I just happened to be there with my mama. They'd be like,
Mom,
you do a poem?
Right.
And so that was really how I got in front of people, like just random family events or like somebody's cousin saying, hey, she do poetry, have her do something.
Right. So the feature, talk to us about that feature. What are you feeling? How you feeling?
Oh, I cried the first time.
Before or after?
During.
Okay. Feeling, emotions flowing. Okay, cool.
I'm a water sign, so crybaby Cancer right here. But I cried because it was a poem about my dad and our relationship it was like our relationship coming full circle from being super tight to like, it was, my parents had a divorce. It was like my first performance ever. And I was nervous. My whole family was in the house. My stepmom was there, who I had gone through a lot with to get to the point of loving her now. So I told the story from my perspective, and it hurt just as, it's like I went on the roller coaster, and it's the longest poem I've ever performed. Don't know how I memorized 5 minutes worth of a poem, but I did it, and I cried.
Nice. How long was the set? 20?
I think I only did that one piece, honestly. Yeah, it was like a lot of features. So it was like a showcase with like one.
Got it. Okay. Gotcha. Cool. It's still a feature. We still call it a feature. Love it. Nice. Okay. All right. Good stuff. So when we connected, right? You two, when you all connected, did you all automatically say, let's do something, let's build something, let's start something? How did that, did it take time? And then what did that look like?
Yeah, it took time. Because we would just see each other at different events, we never thought of like putting something together. That didn't come until like later on.
Yeah. So we like had to develop a friendship, trust, all types of, like you have to develop some type of bond to work together, because these are extensive hours sometimes of
I
being
know what
together.
you mean.
You got to generally be like, all right, I like you as a person. So let's do this.
You see me alone, don't you? I know what you mean.
Listen, I'm not even going.
We're not going to do that.
I know. I was like, let me not.
It takes time.
It does. It really does. And for us, we were actually at Pure one night. I had this thought a long time ago, maybe like a year before we started Dmv Renaissance Awards. And I was like, oh my God, we should do a little ceremony for like our poet friends. And I'm literally thinking about my Dmv Renaissance, my small group of poets that I know. And I'm like, that person would get that award, and I would want this person to be this. And I kind of said it like casually to another poetry friend a while ago. And we never really did anything. But then we were sitting with Christina Gray. She was with us before when we first started. And she was like, these poets are so dope. We should like do an award show for them. And I was like, so now that I'm hearing it again, I had the Google Doc ready. I'm a Google Sheet master. So we got an Excel sheet. We need a website.
That's
yeah.
That is Greta.
Because that's how I operate too. Once I get an idea, I grab the domain, the Instagram, the Twitter, the Gmail, everything before somebody snatches it up.
Right.
Yeah.
Because Poet Life is a great name. So, know.
And for it to be available.
Thank you.
I said, okay, this was meant to be. Like, seriously. You know what I mean? So I completely understand. Totally.
Yep.
Good. Yeah. All right. So Google Doc, right? You all are brainstorming there, right? Okay.
We still have that Google Doc too.
Really? That's history right there. That goes into the book.
It does.
Yeah. We think progressively. We already know the book is coming. So yeah. Come on. Come on now.
Heard you.
All right. So we taking things slow, we taking things fast. How things moving?
I think they moved a little fast. And then Corona happened.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So right when we were really about to do what we were supposed to do.
What was that?
COVID shut down everything.
But what was that thing that you were about to do? An event?
Have an open mic. We were supposed to have an open mic in person starting in April. And then a few months after, we were going to do the award show. But COVID happened. It completely stopped everything. And then when I started seeing people doing open mics on IG, I mentioned to them, I said, we can still do our open mic. We just have to do it on IG. It can still happen in April. We're just going to do it on IG.
Yeah.
And that's what we did. We just celebrated our 1 year anniversary Friday.
Wow, you all are doing something right, because I could have swore I found you all like sometime. I thought you all were in existence for like 2 or 3 years.
I know.
That's Corona time. That's Corona.
Yeah, like
that's.
when
Listen,
I
it feels
saw
like
that year anniversary, I'm like, what year?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, time
that
is so
says a lot.
warped right now. Like it's crazy.
It really
Wow.
is. And to be honest, we were mad. Like, I know for me personally, I was mad discouraged because we went to look at the venue. We had in-person marketing meetings with an external person to help us with marketing the show. We were signing contracts. Like,
Oh yeah.
things were moving. We were getting somebody to decorate for the event. We're like, okay, do we want drinks at the event? How much is it going to cost?
Yeah.
And we were really going to like go big. And I'm low key like, oh, we were going to spend a lot of money. So we got the
Yes,
save.
IG Live saved us a lot of money.
Yes.
I was like, we could do
I'm
all
telling
this
you,
for free.
COVID was like a blessing in disguise.
It was.
Seriously, because before COVID, we were doing the podcast in person in my basement. We were invited. Well, Grata Love, you were our guest then. We were inviting people, to my house. My wife was like,
I believe it, because
I said, babe, we're good. It's just poets. We ain't killing nobody. We are.
Really, we are lovers.
Yeah.
We'll kill you in a poem, though.
Okay. The word.
That pen is a sword. That pen is a sword.
Seriously, I'll kill you with a poem now. But COVID made virtual valid and verified. Because before COVID, doing anything virtual was like, if it wasn't in person, I ain't messing with that. And I was struggling because I have 3 young daughters, like 6 and under, and so I'm trying to be super dad and be super present, you know what I mean? And so everybody being forced indoors was like, that's actually perfect for me. And it allows me to speak to anybody and everybody anywhere, not just the DMV. And because that for me, I look at big picture, and I didn't want to just interview DMV folks, just right.
Yeah.
So or wait for them to travel to the DMV for whatever reason and then get them, hopefully. So this worked out really well. Man, it's so crazy. I want to talk to y'all even offline, because I have visions for y'all. Like
Wow.
like seriously, because I love the idea. I love the idea, and I love the fact that it is focused on the DMV. I really do, because there's so much art here, but there's not a lot of highlighting of the art here.
Right.
Maybe in a macro, but the micro, like the individuals don't get the highlight and the shine like they should,
Exactly.
Yes. So all right, cool. So you all had an open mic 1 year anniversary.
Yeah.
Like 2-3 days ago.
Friday. Yeah.
Friday.
Yeah. Friday.
Yeah. How was that?
Oh my gosh. It was so
I was watching the replay, and all the love was crazy.
The love,
my
the
goodness.
support.
Did you know? Did you know it was like that?
No.
When I think about the fact that we started a year ago, and I know, followers shouldn't matter, but they matter. So to think that we started on Instagram with 0 followers, and after our anniversary show, we hit 600, and me and Chris were just like, and that's authentic. We didn't do any paid promotions like all that year. And I was like, wow. And also, like you said, you build a national audience. And so it was really dope for somebody to be in the comments of the anniversary show, like, come to California. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I heard you.
Right.
Now our wheels are turning, and
Yeah.
it's like,
So, but actually, Grata, like I know we talked about before, like, but that wouldn't be to like the future as far as taking this and making it to a bigger to celebrate all poets everywhere. But what IG has done, because a lot of our people are not from the DMV.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So what that has done is like it kind of made it happen a little sooner than
Mm-hmm.
what we expected it to.
Yes. It's a national audience now.
It is an international audience.
It
Go
is.
there.
Yeah.
You better come through with the God voice.
Come on.
Heard you.
You feel me? So
Yes.
that's
we spoke
that,
about
look,
international, Grady. You know that.
So
We talked about going to London.
already
So we're talking about it.
speak it and write
It's
it
gonna
down.
happen.
Yeah, write it down.
Yeah.
Make it real.
We've said that several times on this podcast, and we really want poets to get that, because what COVID really has done is made poets who are taking their craft serious, has allowed them to become international poets from their home. Because if they're taking their craft serious, they're hopping in all of these open mics that are just everywhere. Open mics, just it's crazy, right? Now, if you go in there and do your thing, and I just, I'm gonna do a little poem here, but if you go in there and really killing with a poem, they'll be like, hey, when COVID is over, we need you to come to Lagos or Hawaii. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Just like that. Just like that, and for you all, man, because DMV is respected. It really is.
Yes.
The
Like
art scene is respected.
Even if you think about the musicians, like some of my, like Brent Fayez, he was just one, I think that's how you pronounce it. But I love his music. And I was just like, oh, he came from here. And it's like our poets take off. Like Baltimore poets,
don't even talk about Baltimore.
Don't play about them. I saw Lady Breon last night at
Baltimore. Crazy.
What? Don't play about them.
Oh my gosh.
I want them to respect, because
in art, they're in their own world.
Definitely. Absolutely.
It's amazing. Hi.
She be DJing for our Instagram live.
Cameo.
That's my daughter.
Cameo.
She used to DJ for
really?
Yes.
For our IG live. She would DJ.
People love Crystal's night for the music.
Nice. So have you all realized that you all are representatives of the DMV? I mean, think about it, right? You may not have sought out for it to be like that, but the name alone, the Dmv Renaissance Awards, right? Like if no one knew, didn't even see your Instagram or anything, they'd be like, man, that's dope. We don't even have that here where we are. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to do something like that. So, but also that means, when I go to DMV, I'm checking them out.
Definitely. People have been saying that. They're like, when I'm in town, like if y'all do something in person, like let us know. And I'm like, well, if you follow us, we got you.
Yeah. So, all right, cool. So you all did your first open mic. It was a success.
It really was.
So, yeah, I saw parts of it. I saw the beginning part, and I saw Keish on She Killed. Saw some names. I saw some names I wasn't familiar with, and that I get excited about that. So I'm like, oh, I need to go get that person. And so, but I want, man, I see so much for Dmv Renaissance Awards, man. Like seriously, and COVID should not even matter.
Right. And it really takes a community effort. Like we've been talking about, like all of the people when we went to Pure one the last Pure Poetry,
Yeah.
people were like walking up to us like, "Hey, what can I do? How can I help?
How can we
I
help?
love what
do you
y'all
need from
doing."
us? It was
What?
it was
It's
just so much
crazy.
support.
It's like we are just trying to feed everyone, and then everybody's like trying to give the love back, and it's like,
Yeah.
like it's beyond
It's
us.
the appreciation.
Yeah.
It's the appreciation of the thought alone for you all to think of the artist, because they were like, man, anybody think about us?
Because we're poets too, you know?
Sometimes you feel, I mean, because we're still poets too.
Right.
And I felt that at some time, like, man, I don't like anybody.
Right. But it's the same thought that I had. I was just like, this is why I got to start it. I can't find what I'm looking for, so I'm going to start it. You see what I'm saying? Like when I was younger, I was just like, okay, I'm literally Googling at 3:00 in the morning how to start a career in poetry.
Man.
How many times have you searched that? Like
Google probably got my results.
Listen.
How do I make money off of this?
And what do you find? You have to perform. Okay, cool. You shop your poetry around for publications.
Yeah.
You know, write poems for weddings and things. You know, those are the three. And write a poetry book and hope somebody buys it. You know,
seriously.
You know, and so I was just like, okay, all right, I can't find it, so I got to create it. You know,
I've never seen a podcast like the Poet Life podcast, and it means so much to know you.
Yeah,
and you created this. Like, it's a resource for all of us.
Yeah. You were there from the beginning. You're a what do they call it? Charter member. You're
I love that.
yeah. And that episode, that conversation was awesome. I love that episode. But if you notice, we were still trying to figure it out, right? We were still trying to figure out our direction, and we had topics, and we would, but I was like, okay, I like it, but I'm like, how much value is it though? You know what I'm saying? And so I think of value a lot, right? And so I'm like, all right, cool. Good conversation. It's entertaining. But at the same time, I'm like, all right, how can we give value to poets? And then I saw a podcast called Earn Your Leisure. And they discuss business, right?
Oh.
2 young African-American guys, not talking super proper, just from New York, but they bring guests on that look like us, that are making major moves in business, in different industries in business. I was like, I like that format because they bring the guests on so they can explain how they got to where they are and what they did and the steps ABC 1, 2, 3. That's it. That's it.
What we want.
That's exactly what I'm looking for. So I and when I get on their podcast one day, I'm gonna explain to them, listen, I stole your format. I'm bringing poets on, artists and people that are doing major things that they can teach aspiring poets, on how they did what they did. And so season 2, that's how it sparked off, So, man, I'm glad to have you back on.
Yeah, I'm glad to be back. It's so interesting to be back in a new capacity because I did notice the shift. Like, I think I saw E-Babies and I even went to, I think you had like a session afterwards where he was doing like, and I remember listening in on that and I was like, this is dope because literally all the gems, like, and it's no cut cards. The gems.
No cut cards. I said, if you coming on just to talk, I can't have you on. If you're not going to give everything, don't come on. Like, the folks need to hear it. The behind the scenes, the whole nine. So all right. So what does it take to push the DMV Awards and to develop it? Because it's still evolving. I know that's how things go, right? So Chris, talk to me.
What it takes. Oh boy. Okay.
It's work.
Work. Remembering your why.
Okay.
It takes that community effort. It takes that. It takes. Also, it takes admitting to yourself, like, I don't know what I'm doing. Right? I have no clue. I need to reach out to these people and surround myself with these people and take something from this and take something from that and take something from that. And then you can put it together.
Yeah.
It takes more teamwork.
I'm telling you. I know what you mean.
It takes sacrifice. You know, I still work a full-time job. I have children that I'm taking care of as well. And also wanting to do other things, you know, acting. That's going to be starting soon. And Grada and I talked about that, and I was like, "Oh, how am I going to try to maneuver this? And what are we going to do?" So, but it takes sacrifice, community, remembering your why, reaching out to people, admitting that you don't know what it is that you're doing, you know?
Right.
Money.
Right.
There are monthly bills, y'all. If you want to donate, we have a Cash App.
Also saying this, whoever thinks that they're going to come in and do something like this, and if you're in it just to try to make some quick money, you're going to be disappointed. You're going to be giving out a lot of money. You might not get it back.
Yeah.
You may not see it again.
But watch, you're going to be disappointed, but you're also going to disappoint others. Like if you all just stopped, I would be disappointed. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're gonna keep going.
That's the part of the sacrifice that people don't talk about.
You are committed to more than
really think about whether or not you want to start that great idea. Because if you're not going to be consistent with it,
right?
You know, it's huge. It's huge. Like really think about it. You know what I mean? Because you mean so much to a lot of people and you don't even know it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I know I get the DMs. I appreciate what you all do. And they're straight up sincere.
They didn't have to do that at all.
It was probably hard for them to say it.
You know, it takes humility to be here. It takes humility to do something in service of, and knowing, like Crystal said, you're not going to always get back your money. You're not going to always get back your time. But when we go out to these events and we see the fruits of our labor, it's like, okay, all those meetings were worth it. Okay.
Right.
And it really takes humility. That's what I'll say. And consistency, like you said, having a website, posting on social media. Oh my gosh. You gotta be on that thing.
What?
I'll be making flyers. Y'all don't understand. I'd be behind on Canva.
Yeah. Canva is life.
That's what I was saying. I have no clue how to do it.
Canva.
I barely posted my own personal IG.
Sometimes I be slacking on mine too, but I'm like, DMV Renaissance needs something posted. Who's doing what? Let me repost it. Like, we got to keep it going.
So I would suggest, and now this is just us chopping it up now. I would suggest utilizing. You all on Facebook?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. What? But your DMV Renaissance on Facebook?
Yeah.
All right. Utilize the studio, Facebook Studio. That's
what schedule on there now.
Yeah, you can schedule on Facebook and Instagram from Facebook Studio.
What? Okay.
Schedule your posts. So like on Sundays, right? Launch them, schedule them for the whole week. So it's out of your hair.
You know, that's so much. Now that you said it, it's making it real to me, because I was using Hootsuite at first. And I don't know what. Listen, y'all, sometimes it's a mental battle. Like, it's beyond just doing it. It's like, okay, do I have the time? I'm also doing this. I also have this. And so to hear somebody else tell me, maybe that's what I needed, because me telling myself isn't always.
Yeah. It
I'm gonna use that.
it is creating systems. And if you need something to read Atomic Habits.
My sister told me about that book. All right, now I gotta read it.
It is putting things in place to make your good habits easy for you.
Oh, that's
God.
necessary.
This
Okay,
book
I need to
here,
get
both of y'all need to get it and just like, hey, this is what I learned today from this book. You know, it's major. You know, like now, I was trying to figure out. Okay, I do so much. All right, when and where can I read? You know, I got kids and I got a wife. I got to work. 9 to 5. But now, first thing I do when I wake up is read for an hour. You see what I'm saying? So it cuts out all the. It's hard for me to go sit down and read, but if that's the first thing you do, it's out. Done deal. Highlighting, writing the whole thing. So I would say that's for you all. That's for everybody listening, watching, and reading the blog. Like Atomic Habits is huge, man.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, most definitely. What are the categories? Yeah, we're going right into it. So what are the categories?
You know what?
Dmv Renaissance Awards.
Let me pull them up right quick.
Oh yeah, pull it up, bro. I'm trying to think at the top of my head.
Pull that Google Doc up real quick.
Okay. Well, nominations have started. So
they did start.
The categories are.
They started.
All right.
I think people have started voting already.
Now.
Yes.
So how do you nominate, and what's the timeline? Where are we going? What are we looking like?
So everybody has. Oh, go ahead.
People have started nominating. Because we posted it today, right?
We posted it today, and we announced it on Friday. So at the end, to see who was left, whoever was left got to know. But if you just go to dmvrenaissanceawards.com/nominate.
They can also just go to the IG page and just click the link. It'll take them straight to the website.
Yep.
Nice. Okay. So what are the categories you have?
So we have best female DMV poet.
Nice.
We have best male DMV poet.
Okay. Now, so is that performance poet? I would imagine.
That is whoever your favorite male poet.
Gotcha.
Because I feel like I know what you mean, because there's a writing to poetry and there's the performing poetry. So whoever your favorite is.
Yeah.
Then we have DMV's favorite host. I'm glad we're doing this because we have female poetry OG of the year and male poetry OG of the year.
Nice.
And, Crystal, would you like to elaborate on what OG means?
Oh, okay, because I had to ask. I was like, Grana, what's the difference between... I don't want to confuse people. So OG is like, a veteran in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Who's been around and who's still consistent and
who we look up to and who's still in the game.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of them. Like I'm hearing people's stories from way back and I'm like, wow, y'all cool. How y'all still? I admire that because I'm a baby. Matt Capone calls us the freshman class.
Freshman class, he did say that.
Because we all met at the same time.
Same time.
Baby poets.
Yo. You might need to steal that. You might need to steal that.
We'll pay homage, but that's a good name.
But it's gonna cause a little controversy though. It's going just like when that magazine comes out. I ain't get picked on the.
Listen.
Don't mess around. Do a top 10, top 20 poets of DMV.
Oh, listen. And I think it's so cool that the people get to choose these people. Like whoever gets nominated the most are going to be our top for votes. And then whoever gets voted for the most. Like it's literally the people's choice.
The people vote. The people are choosing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That will work then. That takes the onus off you.
Oh yeah, we're not choosing these people.
No, we're not choosing these people.
Oh yeah, then you good.
Y'all are choosing them. Yes. Oh,
all right, go ahead.
So we only have 11 categories. We started off with like 18, y'all.
That was
scaled down. It's our first show.
a learning process.
Yeah.
So we have DMV's favorite author. So that's for our writing poets.
Okay.
We have most entertaining poet MC of the year, #bars. We put that. DMV's favorite erotic poet, because we know that is a whole
that's a whole like
genre within it.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
And then our last two are DMV's favorite slam poetry champion and haiku of the year.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Now next year, you got to add poetry platform.
Oh, you see,
that's next year. Oh yeah.
Poetry platform.
We building platforms out here.
I feel that because it's like people who even people who throw events and you have a whole platform, but then they're like, there's the Poetry Party Baltimore. That's a whole platform, So that's
your poetry.
Yeah.
That's the platform. Yeah.
So throw that in there. Add that to make that 12 for next year.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Indeed.
I'm a writer. I got my pen right here.
I have an idea. I probably shouldn't put this on the podcast, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I have an idea to where we can partner, and it is a collaboration on a T-shirt or even sweatshirt, whatever. But the design be multiple designs where you've seen the T-shirts where you got let's just say African American Black History people like Harriet, their names go down the T-shirt. What if, because I had this idea for a while, but I put it on the back burner. What if and I told Orville this some time ago, what if we put DMV poets' names and have various, T-shirts? That would, hey, listen, y'all are the platform to. So,
because I'm already, I heard that. Because I'm like, whoever wins, that would be so cool to be the inaugural lineup,
The inaugural lineup. You got 11 people on the shirt.
Okay. Well,
this is recorded, so I'm gonna just.
It's done there. Hey, listen, I put it out there.
And y'all, we do have shirts, as you can see.
Oh, show the shirts.
We got our shirts.
That's fire.
Shout out to Crystal for coordinating the shirts.
That's fire. I love it. Where can they get the shirts?
You can DM us.
Pre-order. Because we're still.
We haven't launched them on the site yet.
Yeah, it's not launched yet.
They're coming soon.
Got you. Cool. And when is the awards?
It will be in July.
We
haven't launched the date yet,
and we're pushing for end of July though.
Yes,
and that's gonna be virtual.
Yes.
Cool. Y'all figure out the platform or
We have a few in mind, but we haven't stuck to one because I've been to a few conferences over the course of COVID, and I've seen a few different ones. So I'm just kind of, thinking.
Gotcha. Good. Well, I like it. All right, cool. So the nominating timeline is from now to when?
When's the last day, Brother?
May 16th. So it was a month from April 16th from our anniversary.
Got it. Gotcha. Okay, cool. I like that. And I like how you all put for your anniversary. That's a great idea. I don't know who I got that idea from, but instead of just one flyer, make one flyer for each feature, for each performer, if you will. So each performer has their own flyer, and they feel encouraged to share and tell folks about it because it makes you feel good. You're on a flyer. Yeah.
And especially to have your face on it and to put
Mhm.
it, like I know MJ told us that he sent it to all, he was like, to
Mhm.
everybody whose DM I slid this into, thank you for coming.
Thank you for
And
coming.
they really showed up and
That's
showed out.
genius.
But here's the good thing
Right.
about, and again, remembering your why, because we created this platform for this reason right here.
Yes, highlight. Yep.
When
Go.
MJ expressed to us,
Yes. Oh my God.
I just want to thank you all because this is the first platform that has had me as a feature. When he said that, I
Ever.
was like, what? Why? What do you mean? I said, well, okay, well, after tonight, you're getting booked. You're
eBay
getting
booked
featured after
him that
tonight.
night.
And then on the live, oh, you're booked for July. Oh, I got you for this. Oh, no, you're getting booked for this.
We love to
That's
see
what I
you.
said. That's why I said if you take it serious and kill on those IGs and yeah, but you got to take it serious, man.
Mhm.
It's important. Don't just wake up and say a poem. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was about to say something, but then I was like,
Don't say no names now. Who
no, no,
woke
no.
up and
No,
said,
no, no.
I'm just
We
gonna
don't
talk
do that.
about. All I can do is talk about myself. And I know when I first got up there, like back in the day, when I went to my first
Mhm,
open mic at maybe
mhm.
16 years old, I went to Bus Boys on 14th and K.
Okay. No,
No, that's
14th
14th
and
and
V.
V.
Yeah,
Yes, my
U Street.
parents took me, and Too Deep was hosting. She called me a virgin, and I was like, oh
Deep.
shoot. I was like, how she know? But I told them it was my first time like performing, and she was like, virgin, and I was like, and so then I was a baby, and so I did not take it serious for years until I was crying in a
Mm.
closet saying, what is my purpose? Why am I here? And then I had a life coach, and she was like, tell the universe who you are. Introduce
Mhm.
yourself. Say, my name is Grada Love, and I'm a spoken word poet. She said, if you could say it to the universe, you could say it to anybody.
Mm.
And when you start introducing yourself as a spoken word poet,
Mm.
you don't have a choice but to take you serious, because that shows you're taking your craft serious.
Mm-hmm. That
Like,
period.
I'm not my job title. I'm a spoken word poet.
Mhm.
That's my part time. That pays my
Your
bills.
job pays your bills.
That's exact. That's
Right.
It's my
all.
investment
Right now. You
But right
know?
now,
for now.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. I don't say I'm a business analyst. It's
Mhm.
you know, what is that?
What is that?
You know what I mean? Yeah. No, I run the poet life.
Yes.
You know, it's you identifying who you are,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but you have to figure it out. You have to know. Because no one else will know. Maybe like trying to figure you out, and you don't even know.
They're not gonna walk up to you and say, "Oh, you must be a poet." Let me
but I
tell these
also
people
want to
for you.
say when it, as far as this transition, right? It's not easy because it's what we have been taught. It's
Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm.
you do this, 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 and this is success.
Mm-hmm.
This is how you live. This is what's going to make you happy.
Yep.
And that's not for everybody. So when you're really out in here in the world and you're telling people, oh no, I'm an artist, people are like, oh, so what do you do for a living?
Mm-hmm.
You're an artist? So what do you do? No, baby, I
Right.
just told you
Right.
I'm
I
an
go back
artist.
and forth with
Right.
that. Man. Yeah. Cause okay, so let's be real. If we poets out here, I'm gonna be real.
Mm-hmm.
I am I'm single, so I'm in the age of dating virtually. And
Mm-hmm.
you can't exactly be trying to find a life partner to talk about, yeah, I'm a poet. They're like, okay, so do you make money?
Mhm.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
are we
How do
gonna
you
be
make
on the
money?
struggle bus together? Like, so I
Mm-hmm.
gotta be real and say, well, my 9 to 5 is this, but my 6 to 10 and weekends is this.
Right. Right.
So
Right.
just know. But yeah, it depends on who I'm introducing myself to. Because sometimes, I
Yeah,
just
I
want to
get
let
it.
you know I'm stable. I'm stable.
Right. 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 Yeah. No, but that is the other reason for why I developed the poet life is because, and that's why for the podcast, the tagline is uplifting the poetry community,
Mhm.
but building the poetry industry. because only having 5 or 6 successful poets is not an industry.
No.
You know what I mean? It takes poets around the country, around the world, being successful at poetry for it to become an industry.
Yes.
Right.
That's exactly right.
But watch this. It takes the poets to identify that they are poets. And that's why I ask with the clothing line, like, who knows you're a poet? Like, just your friends? Just the folks at the open mic?
Yeah.
Think about a basketball player. They're wearing Nike. They're wearing basketball shoes. And they got their uniform on.
Yeah.
You know, even when they're out. Like, you know, rapper. You can tell a rapper. You got a gold chain on. You know, stereotypical. You know, but you can tell a singer. Like, how can you tell a poet?
Yeah.
You know, and so that's where Poet Life gear came from. It was like, yo, like, you can become a walking billboard.
Yes.
They stopped all the time. I was when I was flying to LA for the commercial, the flight attendant, I was wearing this. The flight attendant was like, spit a poem for me. I was like, I said, I'm in you got to book me. You got to go to the website. But just off the bat, I didn't have to say a word.
Yeah.
Say a word. You see what I'm saying? So that is a part of the industry. Your uniform, your clothes, how you represent. Like, who knows that you're a poet? Like, if people, not just you, but if people don't see poets around, there ain't no poets around.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? It's yeah.
That's really hitting. That's hitting home.
Seriously, like, you know, like, I'm in a fraternity, right? Like, I'm an alpha, right? If I got my lanyard, if I got my lanyard, my keychain, oh, he's an alpha.
Yeah, everyone knows.
Wow.
Pat, what up? Where's the paraphernalia? Who? How? You know? So
wow, I love that.
That's huge. You know, it's not just I got a clothing line. That's not what it's for. Right? Just to say I got a clothing line? No. But even outside of that, think about the hashtag that we've been pushing, poetry industry. If you do a search on poetry industry, you won't see that hashtag before we started posting it. I say that to say we as poets alone don't even recognize our profession as a profession.
It's that conditioning.
We say, what do we call this? It's a poetry community.
Yeah. We do say poetry community. That's a big hashtag, but
That's
not poetry
huge.
industry, but finance industry, but the government.
Rap industry.
Rap industry.
Listen.
Yeah.
The worst rapper in the world will still say, I'm working on my rap career. When was the last time you heard a poet say, I'm working on my poetry career?
Oh,
low key, if it wasn't for no poets, it wouldn't be no
rappers.
Very true. At the same time, who identified themselves first? The rappers.
Yeah. Because the rappers did write poetry, but they would be in like a middle school class. But when they got older,
straight poet.
See, and then
Tupac was also a poet.
Exactly. And then they grow up and they become
Tupac was a straight poet.
Tupac was a poet. Yes.
But if we got closeted poets that won't say I'm a poet, it's not gonna be cool to be a poet.
Yeah.
We gotta make it cool.
We don't.
Come on, man.
Oh my goodness.
So that's why it's so important for the Dmv Renaissance Awards. That's why it's so important for Poet Life and You know what I mean? It has to be more than individuals. For too long, it has been individuals.
Yes. Yes.
And if you think about these other industries, there are companies and teams and organizations and right. So we have to replicate what these industries have been doing for years.
Exactly. And I think another part of this, another layer is to look at like the established award shows, like seeing them and to see them bring musicians over and over. And I'm like, we
Yes.
don't have poets going up on a stage because we work just as hard as a musician who's coming up from the bottom, you know? And a lot of people use poetry as a stepping stone. And for some of us, it's not a stepping stone. This is where my art is. I might sing or, you know, rap in between, but poetry is what I want to be a poet. I am.
Guess where the awards show starts?
What is it?
Huh?
Well, I'm looking.
It starts right there. Like
right there. That's why.
That's how big I want y'all to see ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? See all of that in the future. Like if I told y'all what I see for Poet Life, I'm telling you, you know, and I see all of that for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I love it. And again, I'm serious about that collab.
Me too. Shoot.
You know what I'm saying?
We talked about that too.
We sure did.
We did talk about that.
Love it.
How can we? Because it's not just about us. We are literally all working for the same goal to put poets on, on the map. So why not put our heads together?
Collaboration over competition.
Oh my!
That's it.
Yeah.
That is
it. I love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why when I saw Backpack Jeff start his podcast, I reached out to him. I was like, man, thank you, bro. I don't want to be the only one out here.
Yeah.
That's not an industry.
No, it's
having
not.
one podcast.
Wow.
It's not.
Oh my gosh. And
we have to bring people along.
Yeah.
That's how it keeps going.
We did a collab episode, 2 episodes. He came on my platform, I came on his platform. You know what I'm saying? And did a mesh thing, and it was dope. It was awesome, man. But it has to be that way.
It does.
The open mics need to come together and do one crushing open mic once a year.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Because I think different events bring different people.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting to me that we actually have people who come and listen and don't write and are not poets.
Yeah.
I love that happens because it shows that we are an industry and we do have people who want to support us. Like some people just listen to music. They don't write it, they don't sing it. So we can have the same thing. And we do. We do.
Yeah.
We just have to work with what we have and keep growing.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, man. I'm telling you. Once poets and just people in general see that it's better. What is it? What is the quote? If you want to go fast, you go alone. But if you want to go far, you go together.
Yes.
You know what I mean? If we want to go far, we got to go together. Like
we have to.
Sure.
Because individually, you just no one can find you individually. You know, like my audience is going to find you now. Your audience is going to find me now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's literally how it works.
Yes,
and that's
organic. It's so organic for it to be like that too.
There's enough followers. There's enough money in the world for everybody to win. Like. Not interested in being the voice of poetry. I'm not interested in that. Like, I was like, yo, you're the. I'm not. I don't know.
We all are representation.
Yeah, man.
We all come together. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. So, if you could see yourself in 5 years, as when I say self, I mean DMV Renaissance Awards. If you could see the DMV Renaissance Awards in 5 years, where do you see yourselves?
I see it beyond the DMV area. I see it beyond just the US. Honestly.
I like it.
See like overseas.
Let me ask you something. All right. DMV Renaissance Awards in LA. What does that look like because it's DMV Renaissance Awards? How can we make that make sense?
So what I've been thinking, honestly, so thinking vision, because me and Crystal are homegrown. Like this is where we grew up. This is like, it's so much love for the DMV area. We all like know each other unconsciously, like grew up right down the street, didn't even know. So I think, literally grew up in the same neighborhood and didn't even know. I think it's important for us to, like, when we say we're going to put the DMV Renaissance Awards on the map, I see a tour, a lineup, we all collectively go somewhere and show them what we have. Like, this is who we are. We're the DMV Renaissance Awards. We have a collection of our best poets because the people voted on these people. Let's go and put on a show somewhere. Let's see what connections we have elsewhere. Bring people here. Let them be curious about it, you know?
Once I asked the question, I got my own answer. DMV is everywhere. There's people from DMV. There's Karika Bailey is in LA.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Half of DMV is in Atlanta.
All right.
I'm telling you, everybody from every state went to Atlanta. That's why they got a day party every day of the week. You know, but what if you are, like, say for instance, you went to Atlanta and you connected with all of the folks from the DMV in Atlanta.
And that takes community effort. That's why it's important for us to be like, who do you know that used to be? Because we are like the freshman class, like we said. So it's like, y'all know the history. Like, it would be so dope for us to have a collection of like DMV poetry history or something. Because I want to know, I want to study y'all. Like, we shouldn't wait till people are dead to write about them.
I'm telling you. But see, that's why it's so important for those t-shirts. Because usually you see the t-shirts with the names and those folks are gone.
Yeah.
They've been dead a long time ago. You know, it's either rappers or Black history people. You know? But what if you had live living people on the shirt? It's fire.
Like, you're a living legend and you need to live in that.
Yeah.
We're gonna do that, Greta.
These are the building blocks too.
That's what makes the DMV Awards, Renaissance Awards, super relevant and making sense by connecting with all of those DMV folks in these other states.
Because they're homegrown too. They're gonna be like, that's where I come from. Those are my roots. And I just happen to move here. And I'm still a poet. What's up?
Yeah. But see, that way you don't have to fly nobody out.
True.
Like, you don't have to fly a group of DMV poets over there. You can do a calling all poets. If you know a poet in Atlanta, tag them. That's that easy.
That's real.
It's that easy.
See, this is why we gonna talk.
Yeah.
This is why
I love it.
Reaching out is important.
I love it.
We can all learn from one another. We can teach one another.
Me and Crystal have been meeting with people just to be like, hey, listen, can we just talk? Because I respect what you do, and I would like to learn more. And
we really do.
We're servants. Like we are serving as well as building our own like poetry platforms, but we are also in service to people, and we know that they also have the same mission. If you're also serving local poets and you want to put us on the map, let's see what we can do together. So we're even thinking about ways to collab. When people ask, how can I help? We're like brainstorming, how can they help? How can we put in this? Like, what can they do?
That's awesome. Listen, Man, we could do this for the next 3 hours. I'm in the wrong. You know, we're gonna allow people to see what's coming up next as it comes up next. You know,
Sure.
everybody right now go to Dmv Renaissance Awards.com and nominate someone in the DMV. I don't care what state or country or continent you live in. You know somebody close to the DMV in the DMV. Go nominate one of these artists in one of these categories. 11 categories, right?
Yeah.
12 next year, right?
If not more.
Yeah, if not more next year.
Right?
Yeah, definitely. I'm excited. I'm excited about it. And wherever you need me, let me know. You know, if well, again, I'm posting this tomorrow, so this should draw some light and attention to the awards and things. And I'm glad that I can be a part of it. And again, like I said, like wherever you need me, just let me know. I'll help wherever I can help, you know. So I appreciate you all coming on.
We appreciate you.
Yes.
Thank you.
You know, we are just a call, a message away. So
Yes, indeed. Love IG. Gotta love it.
okay.
Gotta love it. Listen, folks, it's the Poet Life Podcast and it's DMV Renaissance Awards. If you don't know about them, you know about them now.
You do.
Go learn some more. Check out the t-shirts. Soon you'll be able to get the t-shirts from the website very, very soon. And if you need help with that too, guys, ladies, I'll definitely assist you with that as well.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Indeed.
Yes.
Yeah. We got you. So and look out for those t-shirts, those collab t-shirts. That's
Yes.
happen, you know, it's gonna happen. If you all, both of you, if you could leave something with the people, you know, whatever, what would you say? What would be on your mind?
Well, I think I have mine because working through the DMV Renaissance Awards is a lot of work. And sometimes you feel like you're at a scarcity of resources. And I remember this message also coming to me in a meditation before, but I just want everyone to know you have all you need. So just be. Just be. Show up as yourself authentically and make it happen the way you want to. That's all you need. And you have all you need. It's going to come. Look at the way this happened. Me and Crystal said it on my couch about a week or two ago.
It really was not that long ago.
At all. Absolutely.
Like, on your sofa, having a meeting. We were writing it down.
It was like exactly 2 weeks ago, probably.
And then.
Yeah. So you have all you need.
What's on your mind, Crystal?
Oh, on my mind.
Crystal Lynn.
Again, just remembering why you started, having that vision and what you want for yourself, and knowing that you can get there with consistency, sacrifice, and reaching out to your village, your community.
Awesome.
You can get there with that.
I love it. So true. It is so true. Take what they said and go with it. Trust me, it is the truth. We just talked about it all throughout this episode, and it was all genuine. You know, we all don't know what we're doing. We're trying to figure it out, and you know, asking for help, and you know, we're doing it ugly, you know, and making it pretty.
That is a beautiful way to put it.
Telling you. So
Absolutely.
many people want to wait until everything is all prettied up and bows on it and everything, you know. But listen, our first episode 1, season 1, G and J Rod D, they had their socks on in the episode, on the couch, on the carpet. We just started. We was just like, we're just gonna start. The lighting was terrible.
Listen,
the audio didn't work. Hey, listen, you know, it was just like, if we don't start, we're not going to start.
Yeah.
I think I remember saying that to Crystal one day. We were like, oh, when are we going to do this? Should we wait? Should we do this? And I remember being like, if we'll start now, y'all, I don't know. Because we're going to talk ourselves right out of it. Like, I know it.
Do it ugly and just gradually make it.
Do it ugly and do it scared.
Yes.
Because there's also fear in this.
Oh, yeah.
I don't need
you think I want to be in front of these lights and this camera? I would rather be behind the scenes.
I do remember you always being behind the scenes.
Yes.
Fear in this.
You're really good at this whole podcasting thing.
I appreciate it. But look, God had to be like, oh, that was all God promised you. It wasn't me.
Yeah.
If I could stay behind the scenes, I would. He was like, if you want this to grow, I said, okay. All right. Let's go. Let's get it. You know, it's the Poet Life Podcast. I love it. Appreciate you all. And look out for a message from me. We're going to get to work.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. It's the Poet Life Podcast. Everybody have a good night.
Introducing the Poet Life Podcast. Go check it out today on your favorite platforms, including iTunes, Apple Music, and the website, thepoetlife.com.
Find a way, find a way. Ain't get no time now. You on the way.